What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. In the last episode, we continued our adventures over in Paradise Planning, taking care of more homes for more people as we continue to make our way through that. Hello, Daisy, man. I'm glad you're up here in a very convenient place today because I'm actually going to need your help. But yeah, welcome back, everybody. So today is going to be another two-part episode in that part of the day is going to be during the day and part of it's going to be really late at night, mainly because today is the Fireworks Festival. And the Fireworks Festival, well, like with any fireworks show, can only really be enjoyed at night, but there are some things I want to take care of during the day. Now, this is still all a work in progress. Do keep this in mind. There is still a lot to be done. I don't want to say that any of this is definitive, but I am continuing to work on the plaza. I'm continuing to work on moving houses around. I actually kind of paused for a few days on moving houses around until I had a little bit more stability because I'm still running into issues with flowers and whatnot, as well as time. Time has been an issue too because a lot of this is, I have to sit down every single day with this game. And I say have to. This was a lot easier back in 2020 when the pandemic was a thing, okay? It was a lot easier to be like, yeah, I got an hour and a half, 2 hours every single day to sit down and play more Animal Crossing. Nowadays, it's not so easy. And so it's like when I gotta constantly manage this game and make sure I never miss it. Because remember, our Nook Mile streak over at the Nook Stop still hasn't been broken from the day this Let's Play started. So I've been doing a lot of playtime with this game, and it can be... Oh, actually, hold on. I do believe we do have a winner over here, though, so hold on a second. But yeah, it's been a lot of work trying to stay caught up with this game because there's just so many things that need to be done. And sometimes it's like, you know what? No, I want to just get on... I don't have all the time in the world today. I'm just going to get on and I'm going to do the bare minimum, which is still a lot, by the way. The bare minimum in this game involves me getting absolutely every single DIY I possibly can, making sure I take care of all 5 of the Nook Miles plus objectives, making sure I water every single plant and flower in the town, making sure I talk to absolutely every single villager, making sure I do a lot of daily basics like going to the Roost and checking out the shop and checking out the Able Sisters, and every single one of those things every single day. It gets taxing. It really does get taxing. It doesn't sound like a lot, and it isn't, but when you're doing it every single time and making sure that you don't miss absolutely anything, and sometimes you run into issues too where, I don't know, I'll look around for 20 minutes and I can't find one of the villagers I'm supposed to speak to, either because they've spawned inside the museum or something along those lines. It can get a little bit frustrating, not to mention having to try to upkeep my Nook Miles, which I have not been doing a very good job. I'm only at 4,000 right now, on top of also needing to spend them to spruce up my island a lot. So yeah, it's been a lot. So the way today's episode is going to work is I am going to do a little bit of the basics, and we're going to explain the fireworks show today. I am also going to, yes, I'm going to be going and buying some turnips from Daisy Mae, and by some turnips, I mean I want to say about 200,000 bells on me at the moment, a little over 200,000. I have another 500,000 in the ABD. I'm going to probably give her 500,000 to 600,000 bells worth of or buy 600,000 bells worth of turnips because I really want to take one last giant stab at the stock market, at least for the first time in a while, as well as the last time for a long while, because, well, I think after this week, if this doesn't pan out, I'm just going to really focus on bug hunting for the rest of the month until August ends, and then obviously we won't be able to do that anymore, and then I'll start worrying about the stock market again, but so far, my luck has just been horrendous with it. I have gotten a fluctuating pattern at best. I think I got the small spike pattern one time, and that was the best that I've had this entire playthrough so far. So, yeah, it hasn't been great. But generally, the more you put in, the better it is. Of course, unless you get a decreasing pattern, then you're screwed. But hopefully, that's not going to happen to me this time. All right, let's address this. Look at this. Holy crap. I finally got one of the coveted flowers that I've been looking for the longest time. I got a green mum. Yay. All right, you keep growing there. And I'll water these purple flowers a little bit later and move some things around. But purple windflower is basically done. These are still to grow more purples to then create greens. I'm having a lot of trouble with the purple pansies. They're not going great. Black roses, although I think I have 3 others in another spot, so it's not really a huge deal that I don't have more of those. I just want more black roses. And then I think purple tulips are still over on my other side of the island giving me trouble. I was supposed to have all of the flowers relocated and planted where they're supposed to be by this episode, and that just didn't pan out because, again, I've been incredibly unlucky with flowers growing exactly how they're supposed to. Yeah, I still only have one purple tulip. It's been driving me insane. I mean, I probably should just move them and create more space for them, but as of right now, it's been a problem. I think I'm good with hyacinths and everything up here, though, so I think I am going to start to clean this up here in the near future. Not today, but in the near future. Okay, the main thing that I want to touch upon today is actually over on Harv's Island. I don't have a whole lot of time to do this, though, because Daisy Mae leaves in 40 minutes, so I am going to have to make sure that I go and buy those. But why don't we do a couple of basic things? And also, let's head on over here, and this is what you're supposed to expect with the Fireworks Festival. First, let's talk to Isabelle. Hello, Levi. As you can see, I'm busy making preparations for the fireworks show tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. sharp. Have you heard that we're planning to display custom fireworks during tonight's presentation as well? We're still collecting ideas for tonight's show, so let me know if you come up with anything good. All you need to do is bring me your idea in the form of a custom design, and I'll take care of the rest. Now, I really wanted to have a custom design in place. In fact, I have been working on... I've been looking into, there is actually an app. Well, it's kind of an app. It's an online tool that you can use for converting images into patterns. And what I want to do is I want to actually make, of course, the profile picture for this channel, the flag here. And that is a process that is still ongoing for various reasons. Not because it's complicated, but because of other things that I don't want to talk about as of right this second. But it's not happening today in today's Fireworks Festival just because I didn't have it all ready in time. Hoping maybe on the last fireworks show of the year. If not, we might just have to miss it, unfortunately. But at the very least, I do want to get the flag changed to it, and that is a process that I would like to get done. But we also have Red here. Sorry, I'm not open yet. Oh, why, it's none other than my favorite cousin. How are you, Levi? Actually, we'll skip the chit-chat. I'm sure you're much more interested in the attraction I'm setting up here. It's a limited time and limited liability business I'll be hosting, so you'll have to act fast. Exclusively during fireworks shows, I'll be offering you the chance to win big. I call it Red's Raffle. And yes, so we'll get into that once the show actually starts, but what you can basically do is pull raffle tickets and you'll get yourself little prizes from Red. A lot of them are like items that your character can hold or wear, and they're just little silly one-of-a-kind items. We're going to be going after as many of those as we can. This is why I don't want to spend absolutely all my money right off the bat on turnips, because I would like to have a lot left over to partake in things like that. Not to mention something to boost myself off of and buy some really expensive things. Let me just sell off all of those. Oh, man, the rest of this is all stuff I got to put away. Oh, yeah. Okay, that actually reminds me. I just saw that in my inventory. Another thing that I've been doing lately, given that I am trying to get paintings and artwork from Red as fast as possible, I've actually been buying a lot of fakes from him. Now, I'm not keeping most of the fakes. Usually when I get them, I just throw them away because that's actually the only way you can get rid of them in this game. In older Animal Crossing games, I believe you could sell fake artwork for like 10 bells, which is obviously nothing, but it still like got them out of your inventory. But no, if you try to give them to Timmy and Tommy in this game, they will straight up like go, no, you cannot sell this to us. And obviously Blathers will point something out too. Although you do want to at least take one piece of fake artwork to Blathers to show him, because then he will, then you'll actually get a Nook Files achievement done. But no, I have been collecting artwork, specifically fake artwork, at least some of them, because, and is this one of them? This is not one of them. Okay, so that's one that's just going to go in the trash. But I think I have a few in my storage, if I can actually show. There are a few pieces of fake artwork that actually have... they actually have some quirks about them, if that makes sense. A good example, and let's see if I can find them. They're in here somewhere. Probably at the bottom, honestly. Not in there. Wouldn't be. Oh, they're in wall mounted. Okay. Good example. Detailed painting is not a good example, but the graceful painting, this is a great example. We're going to pull this one out. The graceful painting, if you put it down, we're just going to place it there. You'll notice that it's just a woman, and the reason that you know this is a fake is because she's too big for the image. In their normal graceful painting, she's usually a lot smaller. But if you turn this thing around, there is like a creepy like figure back here. Like, what is this? What is this? This is so creepy. In fact, I actually think I have another haunted painting in my mail right now that I'm waiting on, although I won't be able to demonstrate what it does. At least not right now. I should be able to tonight, actually. And it is, well, I think it's actually a statue, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Jolly Reds. Yeah, it is. Okay, let's place this thing outside really quickly. So this is the Dogu figurine. and also known as the ancient statue, and it's got the antennae on it, which means that it's obviously wrong. However, when nighttime rolls around, this thing is going to glow and start floating, which again is not what it's supposed to do, but it's like a straight up alien. Oh, actually no, I can make it float right there. Okay, but I think it only glows at night. Maybe that's the part it only does at night. But still, that is freaking cool. These are the things that I am specifically collecting just as a novelty, for novelty's sake. Oh my gosh, I cannot say words. For novelty's sake. And there's only like 3 or 4 more left that I have left to collect. There's not a ton of them, but I do want to have all the ones that actually got like some weird quirks to them, because yeah, you might look at this and just go like, oh no, that's a smudge. No, that is very deliberately a person, and if you look at any other painting, none of them have that. So that is, yeah, that's 100% intentional. So any piece of art that could be described as haunted, I will be collecting all of those as well. All right, everything has been put in storage except for the wistful painting, which I intend to get rid of. Let me just make sure that that's a fake before I do anything with it, because you never know. I'm pretty sure it is the fake one. Yeah, it is. I can tell that it's a star earring. So yeah, that's all taken care of. I'm gonna go throw that away as we make our way back down to the plaza again, because that's where I've left my trash can at. So I'm continuing to make progress on all of this stuff. I am gonna be covering all of my pathways and pretty much this whole surrounding area with this little wheat field thing going on, just for the sake of aesthetics. I've been buying 5 of these a day, and they're really dirt cheap to get. In fact, I think I didn't buy any yesterday, which oops, that's on me for not doing that. Yeah, because I've only got one item, which I believe this is a holiday item right here, the cucumber horse. I didn't get that, unfortunately, so that's my bad. I just want to get this whole, like, giant square that I have of my garden just kind of covered in this wheat field, so it just gives it a little bit more of a look, if that makes sense. I kind of, the fact that you can place these on anything and you just sort of walk through them, it's just kind of like a nice little touch to everything. I'm almost considering getting rid of my fences and just replacing them with this as well, because these do block anything from growing. Not that plants can grow out of control, but from like weeds getting in and whatnot. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but that's right now my goal with that whole situation. All right, we're going to be heading off to Harv's Island. We're going to do that first, and then we will come back and I will buy all of the turnips from Daisy Mae, but I think I'll probably do that off screen because, like I said, the back half of this episode is going to mostly be the fireworks festival. We actually have 2 trash cans down here today, and let's get rid of that. And there we go. Okay, yeah, and I'm going to definitely take care of all my daily chores in between blocks of this episode because, yeah, there's a lot to do, and like I said, it usually takes me about an hour and a half every single day to do all that stuff, and there's no point in showing that in every single episode because that would be incredibly boring for people watching. Like, I know that's the Animal Crossing experience, but sometimes when you have too many things to do, it can get overwhelming. I mean, honestly, when I think about how many things you have to do in this game versus previous Animal Crossing games, I really kind of miss the way it used to be. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of this is self-imposed. You don't have to have flowers on your island. I mean, you should, especially if you want to get to a 5-star rating. You don't have to constantly work for Nook Miles things. I mean, you should if you want to get valuable items and constantly give yourself access to additional things, but none of those are things you have to do. But in the older Animal Crossing games, I don't know, it was kind of nice that it felt like you really only needed like a half hour to just like play, or even longer than that, but just to like chill. You didn't really have to feel like you were constantly keeping your hands busy, just to feel like you were doing anything of value in the game. So I don't know. There's something about that. Although I don't know how that would make for good episodes. I think because I've been thinking about that. I do want to cover other Animal Crossing games, but I think that those would probably only be 15, 20-minute episodes tops if I ever did that. Because, I mean, maybe earlier episodes would be a little bit bigger, but yeah, there's just not like this giant just sack of content hidden within those games as opposed to New Horizons, which is like, oh my gosh, I mean, it is the most live servicey Animal Crossing that has ever existed, but in a good way, not the bad parts of live service, obviously. Well, not all the bad parts. All right, let's talk to Harvey, and let's say hello to this brand new character. Hey, yeah, I've got someone I'd like you to meet, Levi. This is Tortimer. He specializes in delivering and holding your belongings. That's not all I do. I was mayor when this one here was still wearing doggy diapers. Anyway, this name's Tortimer, and I suppose Harv here is correct. I'm here to manage your belongings. Whether you're sending them to your house or receiving them from who knows where, I'm your tortoise. I just couldn't stay retired, not with whippersnappers out here making me feel old. I'm still in my prime. Anyhow, see you around, kiddo. Har told old Tortimer that he was welcome to just relax and enjoy the place, but, well, you can see he had different ideas. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you around. So, that is our new co-op, and we get to talk to Tortimer, who just basically has direct access to our storage. So instead of needing to go back and forth to bring items here, especially if you want Reese and Cyrus to customize them for you, you can always just grab them here. You can also, empty your pockets in case you buy too many things here, which is kind of hard to do unless you already come here with like full pockets. You're really never going to run into that issue, but just on the off chance that it happens, hey, that is a thing. Also, if you want to like buy excess things from Leaf or Kix or Sahara or something along those lines, like for some reason they have something you want to buy a ton of, then yeah, you can just drop them off in your home storage via Tortimer, which is really awesome. Okay, let's move on to the next co-op, and I am saving the oddest one for last because I'm just going to go with this one immediately. So this is going to be Kix's co-op, in case that wasn't completely obvious. It's somebody who sells shoes and bags and things of that nature. So we're going to be adding him in, and then we'll have access to him all the time. My problem with Kix, and don't get me wrong, listen, Kix is a sweetheart. I love him. I love him to death. He's been wonderful ever since City Folk, back when he was just a shoe shining boy. He's a great little character, but his inventory sucks, man. It really, really sucks. Like, there is so many things in there that, like, I could never see wearing unless you're doing like cosplays. And most of the best items that he would sell, the Able Sisters have better stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't mean to diss on the kid, but they just really shafted him with the inventory they give him. And they never improved it either. It's the same inventory going all the way back to when this game came out. And with future updates, they just never updated it. So it's I don't know. He's not the best. He really isn't the best. Okay, I don't think there are new things from Sahara yet today, but I'm just going to check. I'm pretty sure Monday is when all this starts. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. She still has the same stuff as last time. So I will definitely obviously come back here tomorrow and get more things, but that's really the only thing I wanted to do was say hello to Tortimer and explain how that goes down. So now we have access to the storage, we have access to the bank. Isn't it funny that, City Folk's entire gimmick was going to the city and then having access to all these places that you can shop, and they just kind of shoved that idea into a little island in this game when all this used to be was just a place for taking photos. Like, I know it doesn't have like the same sense of like spectacle and grandeur and ritziness that the city and City Folk had, but I don't know. Which, I'm sorry, anybody who is like hoping for something in the next future Animal Crossing game, but that's my number one wish is, can we please expound upon the City Folk idea? Can we be city planners? Can we like make it like a big thing? Because I really want more of that in Animal Crossing. I feel like this, like, I'm not saying that that's the spirit of Animal Crossing, because no, honestly, I think New Horizons is the closest to the spirit of Animal Crossing. I mean, the crafting is a little bit excessive and whatnot, but I feel like the spirit of Animal Crossing is, it's just having a chill time. And if you go into City Folk, obviously that's going to be a lot more stressful and blah, blah. However, we already have New Horizons doing what New Horizons does. We don't need a bigger and better New Horizons, I think, because I feel like they've already exhausted their... Like, I'm not saying they didn't need to add more content to this game. Oh, heavens no. There is so much stuff that is missing from New Horizons that was in previous games that we all wish they would have brought back. And while, yes, I would have liked those things to be in New Horizons, if the next sequel was just New Horizons with those things in it, I would be incredibly disappointed. I would think that would be this. All right, here I am. I'm falling for it again. Here we go. I'm falling for it again. Come on. Okay, pardon me. Sorry for that cut. I just, sometimes I just, like, I see something, I'm like, oh, it's going to be a thing, and it was not. It was just another frickin' sea bass. It's always a frickin' sea bass. Why? Every time I fall for it. It's because this time of year in particular, there is one fish that has the exact same shadow size, or almost the exact same shadow size. It's basically the size of the sharks, but without the fin. And I can never tell when it's going to be that one or not. And I still haven't caught it yet, and it's been driving me insane. And so every single time I see it, I'm just like, wait, maybe I have to. Anyway, continuing my line of thought, I would be really disappointed if the next game was just New Horizons but more, because it feels like every single Animal Crossing game... And, you know, I would almost argue that New Horizons is just New Leaf, but more. It really is, in a lot of ways. Like, there are some things, obviously, that I think New Leaf does differently. Like, New Leaf definitely has more of a... Rather than you're just a contributor, like a really, really, really high-end contributor to this island that is customizing it and landscaping it and changing it to your whims, New Leaf is more like, here's this space that you have been given, and you are to preside over it. You are in charge of it. But no, you can't, like, mess with it or anything all that much. Like, you can plant flowers, put down paths and things like that, but you can't really, like, terraform it to your whims. So and there are things that make New Leaf different, but I feel like New Horizons is kind of the logical endpoint to what New Leaf was supposed to be. And I don't think we need another game like that. I think we need to go a different route with Animal Crossing for the, what is it, the sixth game? The sixth game in the series. So I'm hoping that for the next Animal Crossing, they go with just like, let's just make this just a whole ass city. I wanna show up to an empty parking lot at the beginning of the game, and they're gonna put on a construction hat, and they're gonna be like, all right, here's how this is going to work. You are going to be building high rises. You are going to be building apartments. You are going to have like up to 50 villagers, 100 villagers. I don't know. I don't want to dream too big, but lots of villagers that you can just add to your city, and it's going to have hustle and it's going to have bustle to it, and people are going to be driving around in cars, and you are going to do everything in your power to make this place a wonderful place to live. I don't know how this entire freaking episode turned into a conversation about what I want from the next Animal Crossing game, but it did. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to be enough for this half of the episode. There wasn't really much left for me to do. I'm going to go buy turnips from Daisy May now because I got 25 minutes to do it, and then I'm going to get to work on all of my stuff, my menial stuff, and I will see you guys all tonight at, let's say about 9 o'clock, and we will go from there. And welcome back, everybody. Okay, so it is a little bit before 9, and also you get to see what I was talking about with our ancient statue, how its face is glowing a little bit, and so then you hit that, and woo, it's like a little alien statue. Ain't that cool? Okay, let's address the elephant in the sky. I was going to say elephant in the room, but obviously that doesn't fit. We're going to be heading on down to the plaza because it is fireworks show time. Yes, indeed. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I wish I had a custom firework up there, but oh, look at everybody. Got Marina playing with a sparkler. This is cute. Hi, Isabel. How you doing? Show has begun. I'm glad you made it, Levi. I have a little something for everyone as part of today's event. What you got for me? You'll shine as bright as the fireworks in the sky while wearing your flower bopper. And another added benefit is that it'll make you easy to spot. It can get pretty dark here at night. All right, well, let's put this thing on and see what we got. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I look amazing. Look at this thing. Yeah, and everyone can see me. Also, everyone's shouting at each other. Well, I'm so glad everyone's having a good time. Welcome, welcome. You're 2 steps away from Red's raffle. Fabulous prizes. Every ticket's a winner. Well, then why don't I draw a little bit? Step right up, step right up. Only 500 bells a ticket, knickknacks, snacks, and drinks to toss back. Any and all could be yours. Each ticket and a surprise. Well, why don't we do a few of these? I'm going to pull out a couple of raffles, and there is a whole list of things that you can get from this. Let me actually, I'm actually going to pull up the list here. Okay, here we go. So yeah, number 10 is a yellow balloon. Actually, everything that is 8 through 12 in terms of numbers is going to give us a balloon. So here's the thing about balloons. You can run around with these things and hold on to them, but the problem is that they actually give you a chance of possibly tripping, and if you trip while you're holding one, then it will... You'll automatically let it go and it'll fly into the sky, which kind of sucks. But yeah, there's one for pretty much every color: blue, red, yellow, green, and pink. Or at least all the ones I guess this game cares about. We got ourselves a bubble blower there. That was number 4. Why don't we pull out another one? Go through a couple more of these. So this is number 24. Okay, so this is going to be our boba green tea. So every single one from 20 to 24 is boba of some kind. You got boba milk tea, boba coffee, boba strawberry tea, boba mango tea, and boba green tea, which is, of course, what we just got. If you pull any of the numbers from 16 to 19, it is cotton candy, plain melon, Ramune soda, or strawberry cotton candy. 13 through 15 are frozen treats, Ramune soda, orange frozen treats, and chocolate frozen treats. But if you pull anything from 1 to 7, these are holdable toys. So if 1 and 2 are red and blue sparklers, respectively. 3 is a fountain firework. I actually don't think you hold that. I think you put that on the ground and activate it. Number 4 is the bubble blower, which we already obviously got. 5 is an Uchiwa fan, which you can just kind of hold and wave. And then number 6 is a pinwheel, which automatically spins as you run with it. And number 7 is a tweeter. So a whole bunch of things that we can get. And I might as well just keep drawing and seeing if I can get some good stuff here because, I mean, it'd be nice to have a few of these things. Now, you're probably wondering, why is there a trash can next to this stand? Well, that's because a few of these things actually burn out and or get destroyed once you're done using them. Like, they have a limited amount of uses. The candle firework is actually a very good example of this because if you put it on the ground and activate it, it just burns up and then it's just trash. So if you want to get rid of it, you're going to throw it in that garbage can right there. But we'll show off a couple of these after I'm going to buy just this last one. And we'll see what we got. We got a blue sparkler. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's try a couple of these right now, and we can sort of celebrate a little bit. All right, I think I'm good for now, Red. I hope you don't mind while I pull a few of these things out. Bubble blowers, boba green tea. Let's pull out our tweeter right here. Let's see what it does. Okay, ready? Oh, it doesn't actually make a noise, though. It just does a little thing. I was hoping we'd get a noise out of this. Look at it, it's so cute. What do you think, Blair? What about you, Apple? So why are only the girls here? It really is. It's only the ladies. What's up, Vivian? Just a thing to go with the fireworks show, and I bet you'd love to know what it is. Oh, it's a sparkler. Well, thanks, Vivian. I appreciate it. I'll take an extra one. Why not? Okay, well, why don't we pull another one of those out? They're all blue ones, and we'll see what we get. Oh, and is she doing it too? Oh, she's doing it at the same time. Is she trying to burn my ass right now? That is not blue. That is very obviously pink. But okay. Cute. All right, and I think that goes back in. Does it show a burned out one? No, it doesn't. Okay, so that one we're good on. Let's why don't we do another one? Let's kind of burn this out. I hope you don't mind if I do that. Blair, everyone's kind of really focused. I mean, can I really blame them that they're all focused on the fireworks right now? That's probably the most exciting part. But I don't know. Just it's kind of cool that we can get all these. Now, the Uchiwa fan is probably one of my favorites because you can actually reuse this one over and over and over again, and it'll never run out on you. I usually keep one of those on hand at all times. We can get some cotton candy as well. I'm kind of hungry, and you can fill up your food meter with it if you want. I think you get like 3 bites out of this, 3 or 5. It's one of those. But, oh, it probably just feels good to have some. Hey, why don't we sit next to Apple here, even though I'm looking the wrong way. There we go. Let me actually take a look at these. Oh, yeah, well, the resident service is kind of blocking it a little bit, but alas. Here, I wonder if I can... I can't pull out more while I'm sitting on the bench. Well, that's fine, because we do also have our boba green tea. We have a couple of drinks of that, too, and I'm sure that's delicious. Let me just have a sugar rush here, because, man, oh, man, that is going to be a lot to have. And listen to the music, too. It's so sweet. Oh, man, we need to get a clear view of this, don't we? As I accidentally hit A and drink a little bit more green tea there. I did not mean to do that. You'd probably get a little bit of a better view if we stand on the bridge like this, probably, because then there's a little bit less in the way. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just awesome? Oh, summer vibes, everybody. Summer vibes. I absolutely love this. I actually do like the way that this game handles the fireworks festival. Honestly, a lot more than the way previous games did it. Why don't we try the bubble blower out here real quick? And we should probably try it with, like, everybody around. See what we can get out of that. So the fireworks show starts at 7, like Isabel said, but it actually runs until I think it's midnight actually, and then it ends. So you have all the time in the world to go after these things, play around with them. It's I mean, that's really just this. It's just enjoying the fireworks, having a good time with all of your villagers around here in the plaza, and enjoying all the cool things you can get from Red's raffle. There are a lot. Like I said, 24, you times that by 500, you basically spend about 12,000 bells, and you should be able to get everything, obviously, barring, RNG and whatnot. We can also get a yellow balloon, too. Look at this. It's so cute. So I think you're good. I don't think you're going to trip if you're holding this normally, but if you sprint with it, that's how you're going to lose it. So do keep that in mind. I will be making sure that I do whatever is in my power to not let this thing go, because I do want to actually put it in my storage. And yeah, it's always just a really sad day when you're running around with a balloon and then it just leaves you because you are a freaking klutz. Yeah. So yeah, that is the fireworks show. That is the fireworks festival in a nutshell. I should add that there is one incentive to check out every fireworks show, and that is the boppers. There is exactly 4 in the game, and Isabel gives you a different one each festival. I actually missed the first one, I think, so I'm not going to be able to get one of them, unfortunately, just because I wasn't playing that day at night. But that's really the only reason to check out each and every single one of these. And I think it also might be good for Actually, you know what? No, I don't think there are any Nook Miles achievements associated with this one. I think that's only the fishing tourney and the bug off. I mean, I guess that makes sense because those are spread out over the course of months, and this is just all every Sunday in a singular month. So makes that kind of sense. But yeah, something that I think gets me the most, though, about moments like this and about like this festival is, in particular, it just kind of feels like a send-off to probably the best time of year. I mean, it really is. Like, summer is when you can kind of get the most done in Animal Crossing, and it feels like a much more exciting time. And also, where are they shooting those fireworks off from? Is there an island back there we can't see that they are like launching them all from? Is Tom Nook back there launching those, or did they hire somebody? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. But yeah, it's just kind of sucks to feel these vibes sort of go away, because I feel like this game in particular really makes summer like what this game is all about. It seems to lose a lot of its luster when you start to get into fall and then eventually winter. That's not to say that it's not still great. It's just there's definitely more of an emphasis on this time of year in terms of just the excitement and the number of things you can do. And it just kind of also fits the game's vibes the most. I mean, given the whole island setting and whatnot. I mean, what do you think of when you think of a tropical island? You think of summer weather. You think of the heat and the humidity and just nothing but beautiful green and sandy beaches. I mean, that's a very summery thing, in my opinion. I wouldn't really say that brown leaves and eventually snow really gives me island vibes, but I mean, obviously that's not entirely true. There are definitely places where islands have multiple climates, but it's just not generally what we all think of. So you see the fireworks show and you just go, man, I can't believe this is all starting to come to an end. But that's pretty much what this entire Let's Play has been so far. It has been in the summer. We started in June. It's obviously August now, and there's not a lot of time left. There's not a lot of time left in this season, and eventually we're going to be start moving into fall and then winter. We only got a few more episodes left here in the month of August. Next few weeks should be those, but then we should be moving right on into September, my birthday month, actually, and also where things are going to be drastically changing as to how we do these episodes. This episode was a little bit shorter than we normally get. I try to shoot for about 45 minutes per episode, but obviously this one turned into about 35 minutes tops, and that's probably going to be the case more and more as we get further into the game. Like, my time playing it isn't going to decrease, but the amount that I'm going to have to show you guys certainly is, because we've covered most of the basics in this game. Pretty much everything that's not an event we've covered, except for obviously all of the completionist aspects. We're still working on getting tons of furniture, tons of DIYs, tons of things in the museum, but I'm already hitting a point where that's getting harder and harder and harder to do. I mean, the fossil exhibit still isn't done in the museum. I'm still like, I think 2 or 3 fossils away from being done in there, and I just haven't been getting lucky enough to get those ones to appear, even though in previous playthroughs I've been incredibly lucky having the museum, the fossil exhibit done within a month. And in this one, we're almost at 2 months, 2.5 months now, and we're still not done. So a lot of work yet to be done. Still have an entire year's, or another, 10 more months of this game left to be enjoyed. And yeah, like, we're also getting kind of close to the end with Happy Home Paradise as well, or at least the midway point in terms of progression, but towards the end when it comes to the amount that I'm going to actually be showing in that DLC. It's kind of crazy. There's a bit of a finality to this, and then as time continues to speed along without us, I just have to say that this has been a very fun Let's Play, and I'm having a great time. Obviously, there's so much more to be done, but this, to me, is kind of the last, the last hurrah of the nitty-gritty, if that makes sense. It's where things sort of start to settle into the norm, and all of the basics are done and dusted, and now we can just look to the future and see how this island is shaping up come next June. So with all of that said, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.